Well, good morning, Rosemary.
Good morning, Aisha.
Not so hot today.
No, it's quite nice, isn't it, today?
Yeah, it's cooler.
Cooler, much cooler, yes, it's nice.
So I've done my washing and put it out on the line before coming to you.
Oh,
Now, we just had a little review of the two tapes we've done already,
yes.
and had a little chat about what you would like to pass on to us today. What I was wondering, if I may ask you, is how long were you in hospital for?
For 2 years.
You were in hospital for 2 years,
Yes.
and then how long were you at the boarding school for?
4.5 years.
4.5
Yes.
years. That's a long time to hate every day, isn't it?
It is, yes. And when you're getting into your teenage years
Yeah.
and you've missed them, it's very difficult.
Yeah. Were you not taken anywhere as a group
No, she wouldn't. Matron wouldn't let us out of school.
for that 4.5 years?
We went to tennis once at Bristol,
Right.
but we were kept under close supervision.
Tennis. How did you have a game or?
No, we went to watch the tournament at tennis.
Oh, I
Saw
see.
Roger Labour.
Oh, I see. You weren't given a chance to try.
Oh no, goodness me, no. Dear me, wouldn't have that. Kept us well under surveillance and control.
Oh, wow. So how did you feel about that?
You got used to it.
Right.
Very difficult when you came home again and you could do what you liked.
Did you find that hard to actually use your own mind to think about what you wanted to do?
For a little while, yes.
Mm.
But my parents were very good. They just said, well, that's there if you want to go and do it.
Excellent, yeah.
And if you're interested, we'll go.
So really, that's 4.5 years would have been better spent at home, wouldn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Would have been more fulfilling for you.
Yes, and the new school would have been wonderful because they had all after school clubs and they did all sorts of things and they were treated just the same as everybody else.
Which new school is this?
This was the F. Davis School in Ilford.
Right. And you lost that opportunity.
Oh yes, I was only there a few weeks, I think, before it was I was moved.
Oh.
My father did try to get me into school in Norfolk at one point.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't. They said that they didn't have any place for me. They didn't have disabled schools much then.
Right.
Around the country.
Right. Mm. That you were made to walk, and who decided you had to walk?
Well, you went to the hospital and they saw how you improved, and if you started pulling yourself about, then they thought that you at that time that you could probably walk with calipers and crutches.
Okay, that's how the calipers and crutches came about.
Yes, at that time.
Yeah.
Now, if you have my disability, they wait to see if you do actually move about.
Yeah.
Which I'm very thankful for the children for that.
Yeah. Feel a bit maudling about it all.
Oh, definitely. Yes, definitely.
What sort of thoughts come to you?
What I could have done.
Right.
How I would have been taught.
Right.
Would I have been able to do lots more when I left school?
Yeah.
But I know then it was very difficult if you were disabled to get a job.
Right.
But maybe I would have got better volunteer jobs.
Yeah. You had a desire, you said, to be something in the medical field. What was that again?
Oh, I would love to have been a psychologist.
And that's something you could have done in a wheelchair, couldn't you, if you'd had the
they
training?
do now, I think.
They do?
Yes, I think so, yes.
Yeah, because you have an empathy, don't you?
Yes,
so,
yes.
And you have the brain that you could have learnt how
Yes, and
to
I'm
do
very
that.
interested how people react and how they treat other people and
Yeah.
how you can go somewhere one day and you're just looked at as if you're some sort of specimen. Even that's able-bodied people I've seen looked at like that. So I'm not just saying it because I'm disabled.
Yeah.
And another time you can go and you're drawn into the group and you're one of the members, sort of thing.
So it's really very much on based on the personality of those that you are around you. Then, really,
Yes, and
some are more open.
Yes.
To
and
new
what
people.
They've been taught about disability as well.
Okay. Yeah. As I've said, I didn't know very much at all about disability. I have really, having known you over the years that I have, it's made me far more aware. And I had one occasion where I had torn a ligament in my foot, and I had to have, I had to use crutches, and that also really opened my eyes.
Oh yes, it
You
would.
can't open doors.
No.
You can't go to the toilet by yourself
No,
properly.
No, that's right.
That really
You
did.
can't go upstairs.
No, give me a new appreciation, and a new respect.
Yes. You go into another box in your life.
Yes, yes, for people in wheelchairs. Because when you're young and you're rushing around, you just don't want anything to interrupt your
Oh
flow.
no. And then suddenly you think, oh,
Yes,
and it's you that's
Yes.
happened to.
Yes.
Lots of my friends have said that.
really.
Able-bodied friends.
Yeah.
They've said, I suddenly realised I couldn't even open the door on my own. I said, oh, that's normal for me. Don't worry about it. You get used to it, you know. Somebody will open it for you eventually. Or walk in front of you and shut it, you know.
You do quite a lot of reading as well, don't you, when you get time?
Oh, when I get time, yes.
Yeah. Because your needlework seem to take a lot of your time.
Most of it, I think.
Yes. Once people know you've got talent, you know,
Oh,
they...
yes. I was asked the other day if I could make lace.
Oh, good grief.
And I had to explain to this lady that you really needed to be taught to make lace
Yeah,
properly by
yeah.
a proper teacher.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I hadn't had that chance.
Can you show us what you're working on at the moment? Your bit of needlework you're doing for somebody that's asked you to do.
Yes, this is, I know it sounds funny so early in the year, but this is a Christmas tablecloth.
Yeah.
No, not quite.
Oh, okay.
I'm on the third quarter now.
Yeah. That's beautiful. And it's hard work, isn't it?
Yes, and it's very strange material, this one.
Yeah. I don't think it's linen, is it?
It is 100% polyester.
That's why. If it's linen, it's a lot easier.
Yes, it's really difficult.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put a frame on it to hold it, but
Yeah.
I've given up.
Really?
So I just hold it in my hand now.
Oh, my gosh. But you're doing a wonderful job.
Well, I hope so for it. Could be, please. It's better be.
Excellent. Have you got going on?
At the moment, I'm making another patchwork quilt. I've just finished a picture. I have another one to do.
What do you mean by finishing a picture?
Embroidery,
Oh, right.
cross
Okay.
stitch.
Yeah.
One I happened to win in a raffle.
What?
With a basket of flowers.
Ah, excellent. So you're doing that for yourself?
Yes.
Oh, good. You need to think of yourself. Now, how do you get yourself out of a down mood, you know, when you're alone? Because you live alone, don't you?
Yes.
You have carers coming
Oh,
in.
yes, they're very good.
Yeah.
I listen to the radio a lot
Mm-hmm.
because I think you can learn quite a lot of very interesting things from the radio.
Yeah.
And they just lately they've talked a bit more about disability and things, so that's quite interesting for me.
Mm-hmm.
Although I don't dwell on it, but it is interesting. And art is another thing that I'm really interested in, and creation of all sorts.
Yeah. And you have your garden
Oh yes, and my garden, yes, my
Yeah.
garden,
and beautiful flowers and
yes.
your apple tree.
Oh yes, my apple tree, yes. We'd better do some apples. He's been warned.
Uh-huh. Excellent. And I noticed you also have a rhubarb that could do with some picking.
Yes. So if you would like some before you go home.
Thank
you
you.
can have some, yes.
Yeah. Right. So, what ambitions have you got for the future now?
Oh gosh.
You like to see yourself doing?
Going to see Monet's garden.
Monet's garden.
Yes.
Yes.
Have you seen these water lilies when they came to Norwich?
No.
Yes, I went to see them. My friend took me to see them.
Oh, how wonderful.
I'm afraid I sat there a long time. They were absolutely amazing.
The paintings.
Oh,
yeah.
fantastic.
I've seen a television program that showed him, did a story of his life, I think it was, and showed him and the women around him, bathing and him painting away like crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, that was very, very interesting.
And I've just bought a book about Leonardo da Vinci because I'm very interested in him.
Uh-huh.
Very interested.
Was a very intelligent man, wasn't he?
Yes, and he was disabled in his own way.
Was he?
Yes.
In what way?
He was autistic.
Was he?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I think it's that, and he was dyslexic as well.
Right.
And he was left-handed.
Okay, well they think you're the devil's child in those days.
Yes, oh yes. He had a very hard life, I think.
Wow.
And they said that's one of the reasons why they think a lot of his paintings he left unfinished.
Is that right? Well, apart from the Sistine Chapel, he got that done.
Oh yes. I think he was probably helped along with that and told he'd got to go.
Yeah.
Yes, I think he was autistic. I know he was dyslexic.
Yeah.
And then in later life, he lost the use of his arm.
Did he?
Yes.
Do you know which one?
No, I don't know which one. I haven't read it yet.
Okay.
I've only read the first page.
Well, you've done well for the first page. Good grief.
I knew a bit about him before.
Okay.
And I know Lorenzo's very interested in him as well.
Lorenzo is the artist that whose lessons we've been to. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He's got a lot.
He's talked about him before.
Yeah. Absolutely lovely. He really opened our minds to all the different, interesting artists. Yeah. I mean, we did a study, didn't we? I think you were there, of the chap that cut his ear off. Van Gogh. Van Gogh. Yes. That was interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, you did a really good one of replica of his. Was it his trees?
Yes.
And
Yes.
in the sun. Yeah. Excellent. All right, so we're in lockdown. We're loosening up gradually. To go back to Monet's garden, the biggest problem with that is the cost.
Yes.
I have found an organisation that do travel especially for disabled people, but because of all the support that's required, the price exactly.
So perhaps we will have to wait until it comes again to Norwich and both go again and have another look.
Yeah. But I would love to be able to go there with you, because I think we'll both be in such awe of actually being there that they might have to get the police to get us out.
Have to get rid of us somehow.
I can see us hiding behind a bush and saying, let's stay here.
Yeah, it's like when we went to Summer Leighton Hall.
Yeah.
Oh, that was amazing, that that afternoon. It was really beautiful, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. So there were difficulties actually pushing the wheelchair,
yes.
because there were sort of little lips that we couldn't.
But then they said we could go on the grass.
Yeah.
I thought, who else would tell you could go on the grass? Not many, stately homes.
Yes, it was a gorgeous day, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was really lovely.
And we sat and did some sketching, didn't we? That was last summer.
We found that beautiful scene, didn't we?
Yes.
Sketch. It was really lovely.
It's the big field and
the field. Oh,
and all the
amazing.
trees and very calming, isn't it?
Oh yes.
Oh, and I'm sure you would I'd love to be able to do more like that with you, instead of having to find a gap when the special taxi is available, and and then you've got to make sure that they can come back and get you.
Yes. Oh, it's all quite arranging, and
it's quite a drudge, isn't it?
It is, yes.
And
it sometimes makes you think,
is it worth
it? Yes.
And that's sad, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Sad.
Because you know it's going to be worth it.
Oh, yes.
It's just all the grief you have to go through.
Yes, and ringing up people and then they send you a form and you think, oh, no, not another one.
I want to know your life story.
Oh, yes. definitely, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. All right, well, I think we'll leave that there for now, if that's all right with
Yes,
you.
it's
Yeah.
fine, yes.
And I'll see you again next week.
Yes.
Thank you, Rosemary.
Oh, thank you for coming. It's been